Hello, hello. Welcome everyone back to yet another Ace Attorney stream. Want to say, hey, how you doing? How's it going? Hope you're having a good day. It is a wonderful Thursday evening. And I'll take some crime to go, please. Last time on the stream, we started the final case of the first game. And we met some very interesting characters, some characters who look very similar to other characters. But that is a-okay because we will figure it out. Do not worry. Hello, Seppo. How are you today? Everyone's having a good day. Sorry, I'm just some of my doohickeys are being. I know. So that is okay. I will just have to have things on different screens. Just a-okay, not a problem at all. Just gonna do this. Boink. That way I can have it's open. That's fine. Okay, I think we're doing good. We're gonna start things up here. Yeah. Just every once in a while, I will go back and check things here and there. Alrighty. So without further ado, let's get started. Episode 5, Rise from the Ashes. So yeah, the chief prosecutor that Edgelord works for has confessed to a schmurder of a fellow prosecutor, I believe. And she doesn't seem to be denying it, but I think there's something else going on here. So, I got my water, I got my noggin, it's filled with bacon, and let's get started. Oh, hey, it's the Maya lookalike. February 23rd, 11:56 a.m. Mr. Wright? Huh? What? Are trials always this way with you? Like you're swimming up to the bottom of a lake about to reach you're swimming up from the bottom of a lake about to reach the surface. No matter how hard you paddle, you never seem to get there. Pretty much. Yeah, it's because I'm the big dumb. Except today we're swimming in quicksand. So what happened to your sister anyway? Apparently she got called off to the judge's chambers. Probably something to do with that piece of cloth. So this is where we turn this trial around, right? Our only weapon, a tiny, insignificant piece of cloth. I'm the one who's starting to feel tiny and insignificant, to tell the truth. Hola, partner. How is it? This dude again. They say you show a red cloth to a bull, it'll fire up its temper. That's what they told me when I was a youngin' at least. Officer Marshall, I like the music. Thought I'd come and take a look-see at how the trial's going. Looks like I'm late. We've got the home ranch locked down tighter than a fort in enemy territory. That hard to slip out, huh? What's going on over there anyway? All the police I've seen these last 2 days have been really on edge. Don't you got enough on your plate without worrying about other people, compadre? You could be worrying about the chief prosecutor's taste in mufflers, for example. I wish I was better at accents, but I'm just not. I'm not that person. Officer Marshall? The whole muffler thing didn't have anything to do with scarves. She wasn't even wearing a scarf. You don't say. Now don't that just beat all? I've seen the red breeze blow at her slender neck many a time. Saw it that day too. She was wearing a red muffler. What? At the awards ceremony that afternoon, Edgeworth's seen it too, I'd reckon. What does that mean? The photograph taken at the crime scene. she wasn't wearing a scarf. So, Miss Star wasn't mistaken? Well, it's about time. Remember, partner, sometimes you gotta grab the bull by the horns. Sometimes you just gotta let that bull go where it will. Time will tell. I have a bad feeling about this. So, what are we swimming in now, Mr. Wright? If it's steak sauce, I can hook you up with some fine ribs. Hoo-wee! Ribs. February 23rd, 12:32 p.m. Oh. I'd like to resume? What's up? The judge keeps looking over at the prosecution. Edgeworth! Something wrong, Mr. Edgeworth. Your face is blue, your lips are purple, you're sweating bullets. A furrowed brow, those grinding teeth, those watery eyes. This man needs a nap and a snack. What's more, your eyes are unfocused, you're doubled. It can't be. This can't happen. I wonder what happened to Mr. Edgeworth. Bonk. Well then, I believe it is time we continued on with this trial. During our recess, I had requested that the prosecution conduct an investigation. This is unacceptable. Seems our prosecutor is quite beside himself. Excuse me. Knock. Knock? Who's there? Who's this guy? What's with this guy? That's a strange, stuffy aura seems to be filling the courtroom. What a man. Hey, the temperature rose 5.7 degrees when that man came in. Who on earth is he? That's what I want to know. Ah, it's you. Oh, sorry I'm late. Udgy? The roads were packed, it's just me. Long time no see. Udgy, how you been? Swim much these days? Ah, hello. No, I've been so busy. Busy? Busy Mizzy. Udgy, my boy, you have to make time to relax. Yes, indeed. Udgy seems to be his nickname for the judge? I'm afraid you're right. Very afraid. Sorry, but who are you? Wait a second. Who are you? Haha. So you're Righto, the attorney. I've heard good things about you, son. Thanks? So sorry about our little Worthy giving you all that trouble, eh? You know, we should all go swimming together sometimes. This dude really likes to swim. Jolly. Little Worthy? Mr. Wright. You don't know the district chief of police? No, I've never seen this man a day in my life, Your Honor. Chief of police? He's the top-ranking police officer in the entire district. Does not look like a police officer. Look at those piercing green eyes. Name's Grant. Damon Grant. Gant. Not Grant. I can't read. Damon Gant. Pleased to meet you, everyone. So, to what do we owe this honor today? It's been over 2 years since you last came to this courtroom, hasn't it? I came here to pick up my son. He called me. He said, Dad, help, there's drugs. Come pick me up, I'm scared. Well, it's Worthy here. Look at the poor fellow. I just thought I'd help out by bringing this. Hey, that's Sister's muffler. So Miss Star wasn't just seeing this. When the crime occurred, Miss Sky really was wearing that muffler. But to think it was stuffed into that exhaust pipe. On Little Worthy's car, no less. What is that? It's really quite embarrassing, even for us. What's this? That's what you call a switchblade knife. Quite perplexing, this. Chief, what kind of outfit are you running? Mr. Edgeworth, how could they miss such a vital piece of evidence? If your investigators are this lax, how do you expect us to do our job? Wait a minute, Worthy. I object. I'm telling you to wait. Didn't you hear me? Music got intense. Have a look at this document where it says person in charge of investigation. There's no mistaking that signature, is there? There's no mistaking that signature, is there? Miles Edgeworth. That's not fair. On the day of the crime, I had your head in the clouds because you got that award. I know how you feel. But you're the person in charge. I'll expect a written apology. What? Are you serious? Oh, hello, Supreme. How are you? You can't run from the law. The law is my biggest and my biggest second fan. Hello, hello. Haven't even played this game forever, but I love him. A G. Yeah, I hope you're doing well. I hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, it's crazy. I don't know who this man, well, I know who this man is now, but like, I don't know what's going on. It feels like I'm in an alternate reality in this episode. What? Are you serious? Don't be too upset. We'll find a way to clean up this mess that you made. Really quickly. That's not the button I wanted. That's not the button I wanted. Alright, I'm gonna switch these so that way chat's a little bit easier to see. Beans. Alright, let's get back to it. This is the first time I've seen Mr. Edgeworth at a loss for words. This kind of major blunder is unlike you, Mr. Edgeworth. Gah! The court accepts this new evidence. But I'd like to ask the defense a favor first. Yes? Just to be sure. I'd like to take a look at the blade of this knife. The blade, Your Honor? Well, I don't see why not. Could you open it up for me, I wonder? Yes, well, I think all you have to do is push that switch and... If I cut my finger, Mr. Wright, I wouldn't be able to pound my gavel anymore. Ah, yes, because you totally don't have another hand. Yes, but if I cut my finger, I won't be able to point it at people anymore. Come on, just hurry up and open it. Nami, it's Nami. What? Don't scare me like that. Whoa! Wait a minute. I thought... Was this the true Schmurder weapon? I'm the one who's scared. Look at this knife blade. The tip is broken off. It's a dark red stain. Blood? Oh, the judge is busy. He's doing things. He's dreaming about Gant. That would make sense. Switchblade knife added to the court record. This does not excuse the actions of the police department. I would like to hear an explanation from the chief of police himself. Bonk. Terribly sorry, but could I ask you to testify for us? About the split between the prosecutors and the police? And this knife? Sure thing. Not a problem. Not even a little one, really. Who is this tall drink of water? Like, what? He just comes in, disrupts everything, wearing this suit that almost matches his skin tone. He's beefy. Doesn't even fit on the screen properly. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Love him so much. His character design is definitely interesting. I will give him that. Rocks the gray hair for sure. Unless there's evidence to prove a connection between the knife and Goodman. That was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. A detective was schmurdered at the police department. See, what a mess. Time of the crime, 5:15. Scary coincidence, eh? It's not officially linked to this here case, so I can't talk much about it. There was a schmurder at the police department? A detective? That's hush-hush information, a G. We haven't exactly announced it yet. What? Wait a second, me too, Edgeworth. You said 5:15. That's the exact time time that Detective Goodman was murdered at the prosecutor's office. Damn, double homicide. Order, order, order. Anyway, we at the department were all flustered, as you might well assume. We're in the middle of a top-secret investigation. Don't tell anyone, okay? As you tell it to the entire courtroom. I think we understand the police department situation. Well, Mr. Wright, detectives murdered at the same time in 2 different places. Chances of that are very slim, scientifically speaking, of course. I'd like to exercise my right to cross-examine the witness. Very well. However, keep your questions focused on the case at hand. I love him so much. He's so wide. He's almost as wide as the podium he's standing at. I'm just gonna press because I don't get, excuse me, special? Hard to come by this particular knife anywhere else. Might that special thing be this little tag? Oh, sorry, Righto, but I can't say that now. Not that. We've established that the knife in Goodman's chest was this knife. So why was there another knife at the scene of the crime? It's quite a mystery. And like a mystery, it's wrapped in something. A muffler. There's evidence to prove it. I'm just gonna press all the buttons. This knife was found on the scene of our crime. I think that it makes it connected to this case, don't you? See, there's a lot of things that go on at the department I can't explain. It's delicate, okay? Sorry, Righto. Maybe there's something about the knife that will give us a clue. Let's examine that knife while we can, Righto. Evidence that links this knife to Detective Goodman. I think perhaps pieces are falling into place. Try presenting a piece of evidence that has stumped me all this time. So, how were things down at the department? I don't want to present anything just yet, but let's... Can I check this knife? There's a small tag on the knife. It says SL92. What's that supposed to be? I'm not sure, but it reminds me of a similar code. EL6. Maybe it's a case number? That's weird. What? I don't remember where, but I think I've seen something like this before. Something similar to what's written on this tag. It wasn't that long ago either. Maybe I should check the court records again. What did it say? SL92. I'm just checking out some evidence real quick. 6. Wait a minute. This, but upside down. I got it. But upside down. Yes. Happened at the police department too, huh? Got a good look in your eyes there, Righto, my boy. Sharp, hungry. So something did happen. Why wasn't I informed? Why weren't you informed? Well, why didn't you ask? Understandable. No matter, I understand. You were busy, what with Lana's case and all. Smack. Well, what happened? What happened at the police department that day? Detective was... Shh. What a mess. On the same day that the detective was murdered in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was murdered at the police station? That's a fact, surprisingly. Surprising, isn't it, Udgy? I'm at a loss for words. And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect? Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. Just arrested. That was quick. But there's still a lot of unanswered questions. Maybe you can help, Righto. Suppose I could help. Help me by giving me data on your case. Oh, good one. This kid's sharp. I figured it out. Biggest brainus. My brainus is working today. Here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and only one thing. We already know the time that the victim was murdered. It was at 5:15. Where was the victim found? So tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? You wouldn't know about the evidence room, would you, Righto? Can't say I've heard of it. Guess I should ask again once I learn a bit about this evidence. There's something stranger about this than the place where the body was found. Hold it! 5:15. But that's when Detective Goodman was murdered in the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? A murder at the prosecutor's office and a murder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Okay, I think I know. Coincidence? This is just my gut feeling, but I'd say there's a 0.001% chance of that happening. That's when Goodman was murdered. So much murder. I know. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. I'm just gonna press him on everything because I know what line and what evidence I need to use. How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand? Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there's a connection, more power to you. Maybe there's something that ties the two murders together. Whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were murdered at 5:15. One at the prosecutor's office, one at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. And that knife, what was it doing there? Better check this knife out. I know what the knife is. This knife is special, but I can't say how here. Okay, we're gonna do it, gamers. Objection! Yes! I knew it. Wait a second. Ha! At last! An honest-to-goodness objection. This knife. This has to have something to do with Detective Goodman. What do you mean? Aha! An honest-to-goodness what do you mean from Udgy. This is great. This man's having a great time. Look at the tag on this knife. It reads SL92. And this is important. Why? Over here we also have a memo that was on the body of the victim. What's this? 6 minus 7s 12 2? Oh, I don't get a finger wiggle? Damn. Your Honor, it's upside down. Upside... Printed name on the memo makes it look like it's right side up. But turn it around and what do you get? Ah! 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 Whoever wrote this note was holding the paper upside down. SL9. That's the same thing that is written on the knife's tag. Order, order. Well, Chief? Ah, well. Guess the cat's out of the bag. You win, Righto. I win? Huh. What game is this guy playing? What? Oh, this knife was evidence in a case. It was stolen from the department's evidence room. accepting my victory. So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the schmurder. It was evidence, you say? Was it, in fact, a schmurder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Little Worthy. It was a schmurder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. So this knife was stolen on the day of the schmurder. It was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car? But how did it get there? Then who was phoned? Hard to think there isn't a connection here. It was a bad day for the department. We weren't in any shape to do an investigation. Something. Got a good look. Your eyes there, right on my boy. Sharp. Okay, I already did this. Some of these. Okay, I feel like I don't remember seeing some of these lines, but I guess. When this kid's sharp. Okay, here's the deal. I'll tell you one thing and one thing only. Well, how was the detective killed? How was he killed? Now that's the interesting part. It was what we in the force called a stabbing with a knife. A knife? Exactly the same as Detective Goodman. That's the spirit. We're cooking now. But you know, that's not the only thing that was exactly the same. What do you mean? There were more similarities between the two cases than the cause of death. Excuse me, I'm gonna have to press this a bit harder. Didn't I? Chances. Okay, I feel like I need to go back and... Because, I mean, he says, I'll only tell you one thing, and then I'm able to click it 3 times. Chief Grant, please tell us more about this incident. Let's see, let's speedrun. Speedrun, let's go. Just arrested, that was quick. I suppose I could help. Kid sharp. Alright, I'll give you... So, when did the schmurder at the police department occur? That's a sharp question, Righto. Very sharp. Well, my boy, you're gonna love this. What? So I've pressed him on everything, so... What? What? I'm actually confused. Did you press the time? I did press the time. Do it again, just to see if... 5:15? But that's when Detective Goodman was killed at the prosecutor's office. What? Funny, isn't it? Schmurder at the prosecutor's office and a schmurder at our place at the very same time. What are the chances? Coincidence? I think not. I have a 0.001% chance of this happening. Chief Gant, please tell us more about the incident. This one? Yeah, I did press this. I pressed everything. Was stolen? Yes, but on the day it was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a Schmurder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Littleworthy. It was a Schmurder weapon, as it happens. It was evidence from a case long since solved. Was it this knife? Stolen on the day of the Schmurder. It was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. Yeah, I've pressed everything, so I'm not sure what kind of evidence I'm supposed to... I did press everything. Get out of here, Seppo. I did. I totally did. What didn't I? Okay. Nope, the 5th. I did press the last one. Or maybe I have to... There's someone busy with this call. You removed a statement. What? How can you say there's no connection? How? Because I'm the chief of police. I can't just say anything I please, Righto. You understand. Try to understand, Righto. Well, if you can prove there is a connection, more power to you. Maybe there is something that ties the two Schmurders together. Whatever it is, I'd better find it and get to the bottom of this. Two detectives were killed at 5:15, one at the prosecutor's office, the other at the police department. That can't be a coincidence. How do I call him out for removing a statement? Yeah, I did learn that the knife was from the evidence room. Like, I'm not sure what... Did I press that? I pressed everything! I did! So this knife was stolen? Yes, but on the day of the Schmurder. It was evidence, you say. Was it, in fact, a Schmurder weapon? Nice, nice, nice. Good show, Littleworthy. It was a Schmurder weapon, as it happens. Long case solved. Stolen on the day of the Schmurder. It was found in the exhaust pipe of Edgeworth's car. Hard to think there isn't a connection there. See? There's nothing there. I've pressed them all. Like, do I just click to see what happens? 'Cause sometimes if I, like, click to the end of their statements, it'll either send me back if I haven't found any, or I proceed, because I've pressed them all and I don't know what kind of evidence. I already used... Do I represent the paper? Press his third. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Ask where the body was found, then press the 5th statement. Okay. Excuse me. Tell me, where was the victim found? Well, I can't speak on where the corpse was found, but I can say the crime took place in the evidence room at the police department. The evidence room? Oh, wait a second. I have heard of that. What? Oh, you know what it was? I had pressed that one before we had discussed the evidence room. Okay, that makes sense. He didn't mention that in his testimony. Didn't he mention that in his testimony just now? So this knife was in the evidence. Was in a case stolen from the police's evidence room. There's the connection between the two cases. Seem happy, Mr. Wright. Happy. Happy. We just got handed our ticket to go to town on this case. But the link between these two cases, I don't understand. Sure, you finally have some leverage. Now you can get Gant to testify about the details. And then press this again. Chief, defense's position is simply this. The connection between these two cases has already been proven. You don't say. Well, out with it, Righto. What's your connection? Yes, out with it, Mr. Wright. The connection is a place mentioned in the testimony we just heard. The knife was found in the lot. The knife found in the lot was stolen from the police department's evidence room. Not to mention the victim had on him the case number of the knife's evidence tag. We also know that the detective murdered at the police department was killed in the very same evidence room. Indeed. There do seem to be too many connections for this to be a coincidence. I hate that he just stares at me. You two make a good pair. Took my men 2 days to find out what you deduced right here. Chief, I request that you release your information on the victim at the police department. See, that's the tricky part. It hasn't been announced yet and all. Can we get the information unofficially? Sure, why not? It's unofficial after all. What, really? Who would have guessed? I'll cooperate, but I can't reveal the name of the victim at the department, okay? If you're going to tell us a little, why not tell us everything? Ah, well, case information is sticky stuff. You have to do it properly. Oh well, I guess I might as well try to get what I... Give me the ID number. Okay, how about you tell me the victim's ID number? Sure, why not? It's not like you'll be able to tell who it is from that. Of course not. You won't tell me their name after all. We keep a tight lid on ID numbers, so don't go getting your hopes up. The number is... I feel like I gotta write this down. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Let me just. 5, 8, 4, 2, 1, 8, 9. Cool. Well, that's quite long. Alright. And just recites ID numbers off the top of his head. We have to remember these. It drives me nuts. 8, 2. I can't do it. You didn't even get the first number right. Well, Mr. Wright, does this tell you anything? Does it? Wait a minute. This tells me something. Actually, it does, Your Honor. It does. I think. Ning? Zone. It has to be what I think it is. What does this mean? Well, let's hear what the defense has to say. You say the ID number of the detective who was murdered at the police department tells you something? What does it tell you?
Take that!
Witness? What is it, Mr. Wright? You're grinning like a schoolgirl on prom night. No, it's just, I got confused. And this is news? Huh? Just come out with both guns blazing like you always do. The police department, the prosecutor's office. 2 places, 2 detectives, murdered at one time. Actually, I happen to have a police ID number here. Oh, is it yours? No, Your Honor, I'm a defense attorney, remember? This is the ID number of our victim, Detective Goodman. Shame on you, Righto. Personal IDs are top secret. Detective Goodman's ID number is 5842189. And this means what exactly? Wait, that ID number we heard from the chief earlier. That started with 82. I forgot. Didn't even get the first number right again. The number the chief of police gave us was 58421.
Objection!
Wait a second, right? What does this mean? That's what I want to know. The 2 ID numbers are identical. In other words, the detective killed in the police department's evidence room was Bruce Goodman. What does our witness think about that? Oh, Sharp is attacked, Righto. Sharp is attacked. Oh, wait, Detective Goodman is our victim. Was it, though? You didn't really see his face. He was killed at 5:15 in the underground parking lot. Yet a Detective Bruceman was also killed at the police department. In the evidence room at the exact same time.
Objection!
Get out of here, Edgeworth. That's impossible. So what we're saying is the same person was killed at the same time and in a completely different location? Here's my theory. My theory is Detective Goodman was actually killed at the police department, but then was brought over, like stuffed in Edgeworth's trunk, was brought over and then discovered? Because he got to the thing at... I don't know. Now what I want to know is, why didn't I hear about this? Yes, it's top secret, fine, but I'm the prosecutor in charge of the case. Now just wait a second, Worthy. No need to get all flustered. Your Honor, the police department has made a grave error in this case. Wait. I said wait. Whoa. Or didn't you hear me? The oversight, the grave error. Mr. Edgeworth, they're yours. What? What? How dare? We informed you yesterday. I believe it was our Officer Meekins who brought you the news. Officer Meekins? Oh. Mr. Wright, where have we heard that name before? Wait, aha! Oh, is this dude? Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere at the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief. Sir, I've got a report for you, sir. Oh, see, Edgeworth, this is what... You don't mean him. According to Meekins, you didn't accept the report. Hard to believe. But your officer, he told me. He said the report had nothing to do with the Lana Sky incident. Detective Bruce Goodman, murdered in the police department evidence room. Mr. Edgeworth, the victim's name is written right on the top of the report. Gah! Why didn't your officer tell me? Honestly, I'm not sure if that officer was capable of making the connection. He did seem challenged. Ema, you can't say it like that. In any case, this is a serious error, a gross negligence of duty on your part, Ruthie. But sir, you could have submitted that report this morning to the court as evidence. Then I don't like his green eyes kind of scare me. No such luck this time, Worthy. Or should I say, unworthy? Dude, the circles in his eyes are gone. What? Now that there was a second rule of evidence. Now, what was the second rule of evidence law? Well, Mr. Wright. Huh? Oh, well, it's, Rule 2. Unregistered evidence presented must be relevant to the case on trial. And how is this rule relevant? Normally, you submit a list of evidence to be used in court before the trial. This report wasn't on that list. Simple as that. So, what does this mean? You couldn't submit this evidence until connection was proven in court. Yeah. The connection was just proven by Righto over here. Good job, Righto, my boy. Oh, I was just doing my job. No. No! No! It seems we have come to the end of this trial. I know you're going through a tough time, Worthy, with all those rumors. You were even in the defendant's chair just this past December. I apologize for this terrible lack of due diligence on my— I thought due diligence 2 words? I always thought it was 1 word, or at least a hyphenated word. Due diligence. Mr. Edgeworth, please, just give me 1 day. I'll get to the bottom of what happened. It's the last thing I do. Who runs away? I'm gonna get results this time, really. You have my profound apologies, sir. My diligence is due. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Bonk. Oh. I don't think there's ever been an error this serious in the history of this court. I did not do my due diligence. Broke my brain. We'll grant 1 further day as the prosecution has requested. Will that be sufficient, Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. Thank you. Whatever your punishment is for this, for your sake, I hope it is not decisive. Very well. Court is adjourned. Get out of my house. Goodbye. Wow. That was quick. Interesting. Alright, well, we're just gonna keep it going. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m. Back at the office. Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused. Oh, well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room. What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car. Oh, that's what we're gonna find out. Or try to, at least. Alright, let's do it. Glad she's in good spirits. I'm not sure she's gonna be of much help with this. Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. Huh? Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us. I didn't even have to fast travel. It fast traveled for me. February 23rd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot. No, I really don't think we should worry about the police department, Schmurder. There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares? Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie. Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it. That oil drum, was it empty? It was brimming with water. I'm due some diligence. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never. Even though she says they don't get along, Ima really likes her sister. That's not it at all. It's just we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her. Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, water in that oil drum washed it all away. Ignore the strength of my signs at your own peril, Mr. Wright. Huh? What's that grin for? The situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid. Luminol? A lot of sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there. But... Yes. Yes, I do. Why wouldn't the police have already done those tests? Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. No, it's... No. Yes, okay, yeah, yep, unfortunately that is what I desire. Just give it a try. Me? Why do I have to do it? I'm a minor, I can't even drink yet. Testing blood stains with this stuff, not drinking it. Just give it a try, drinks. Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses. Huh? You had an extra pair of those things? Whoa! Test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Sure, yeah, just press enter to spray it on. Okay, let's find us some blood stains. Ah! Oh! Oh! I found something. I can see her eyes shining behind those glasses. So, this is a blood stain? It's so... Ima, you're shaking. It's just, this is my first time seeing real blood. Scientific investigation in action. Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain, but doesn't something strike you as odd, scientifically speaking? What's odd about this, scientifically? I feel like the amount of blood is strange. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? I almost said found. Don't you think there'd be a little more blood? I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe. It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this. Hey, Mr. Wright. I'm gonna mark up the floor plans when we find a blood stain, okay? Circles. See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right? Yeah, and this stuff's pretty handy too. Saved up my allowance to buy that. Spray to use. We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case. Let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day. Yeah! Feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it? I guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious. Ha! Lunch lady, go away! I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! Only trust your own eyes, Not bad, you two. Oh, thanks for the lunch. This day-old deli box is on the house. Sorry, it's just that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering. certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Star, but... No, it's okay. It was my fault. Oh, we know. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Ooh, she flipped her hair. She's serious now. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. Ah. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Star? Yes, it was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me... She's serious now. They coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. Couldn't doubt it. Every day I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. Before long they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go, or fired? I felt that I found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case. The SL9 incident? Aww. Wait, she doesn't mean... Lady, you gotta tell me more. You gotta tell me more. Okay, can you tell me more? What do you think about this? SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. On that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know? Really? That knife was evidence from the case. A schmurder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet. Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident? I mean, you could just tell me. Gotta present the knife? Present the knife. What do you think about this? On the knife, on that note, Goodman, he was, okay, so. SL9 isn't over, not yet. Oh, okay, wait, I have an idea. Go back. Doc. What? Someone used a marker to write their name on this. Ina Sky. Don't tell me you bring this with you everywhere you go. Well, you never know when something might go down. What kind of world do you think we live in? Okay. Why you know? Tell me more. I don't really know what let's come back. Maybe I have to find more stuff out, and maybe she'll tell me. This guy isn't questioning. I hope the detectives aren't yelling at her. How did you kill him in 2 places at the same time? Can you imagine? How's she supposed to answer that? Wait a second. Didn't Mr. Gant say they'd arrested a suspect in the police department's murder? Let's come back later. Okay. Oh, I can go back here. February 23rd, police station. Oh, everyone looks deadly serious here. Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department. Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time at the prosecutor's. Makes my head hurt. Me too, girl. Well, first things first, let's go check out the police department crime scene. Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. Don't mess up or we could wind up dead. Don't anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. Doesn't look like anyone's gonna help us much either. Okay. Here. February 23rd. Let's go. Even busier here today than it was yesterday. The detectives are running around so fast, they're brimming. Blurring. I suppose it makes sense. A detective did get killed here after all. So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is. It's like a kid at an amusement. Oh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look. Let's go. Wow. Oh my god, I want that hat. I want that cowboy hat. Haha, haha, haha. Why is there a lasso? Why is there a lasso on the floor? What's the decor in this place? It's very eccentric. According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room. So beyond that door is the evidence room. Scene of the crime? Sure seems that way. Oh. Oh. Who's wrong? Are those cacti? They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight. Can't handle the cacti. Stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where is the guard? I have a feeling I know who he is already. Okay, well, it's... Why is there a lasso on the floor? Looks like it's set up to trap something. Trap? Here? Wait, I know. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here. I don't want to step in it. Maybe someone was trying to get flipped upside down. No! What? I don't think that's what that trap does. Maybe someone was trying to catch a wild bull in here, but the lasso missed. You sure have an active imagination. Evidence room is beyond that door. Let's just walk in. Won't open. Thought it'd be open? I think we'd need someone's permission to go in there first. Definitely that's definitely not what that trap does. Like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check who went in and out of there. I hate that the music's... No! Please, sir, not my underpants. Yipes! These sure are prickly. They must be the real deal. I would think just one big one would be sufficient. These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually. How so? Wow, the music. Okay. Encased in a cold, rigid shell with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her. I'm not so sure I see the resemblance. It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. This man acts like he's lived, like this is Texas. Nah, man. There's a security guard uniform hanging here. It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly. A leather jacket, a leather pants, a leather... What's that thing called again? A paunchy? Pinchy? I know, a poochie. Wait, maybe that wasn't it. It's a poncho, but I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. I like her face when she's writing down in her book. It's just a very cute face. Alright, computer. Nope, I did that. did that, to hung out with the cacti. Cool. Back. Wait, can I use this? Dang it. Well, I guess I have no other choice to go back. Let's go back here. Nope, I don't want to talk to you, lady. Let me go here. Hi, prosecutor's office. Well, this place is as dressy today as it was yesterday. When in doubt, present stuff. I know. And I'm sure it'll still be just as classy tomorrow, Ema. Incidentally, Edgeworth's not here. I'm sure he's off doing important investigations. I hope that's what he's doing. Guess we'll have to come back. What can I present to you, lady? I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the cop-up queen, right? We found this ID card here in this parking lot. Oh, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's. But it's the same idea as the man who was killed at the police department. That's impossible. Wish I could be so sure. Why won't you tell me more? Tell me more, lady. Tell me more about this thing. Could you take a look at this? You. Yes? You said you wanted some hot tea, right? No. You must have to brew the dough. Okay, so she won't talk to me about irrelevant stuff. Let's try presenting. So I already tried presenting this. I already tried presenting this. Let's try this. Nope, nope, nope. Got it. Got it. Body with Edgeworth's knife stuck in it was found in Edgeworth's car. I think he owes me his gratitude. Gratitude? If I hadn't witnessed the crime, Mr. Edgeworth would have been the suspect. I wonder. Still, it's strange. Why didn't our chief prosecutor have her own schmurder weapon ready? What do you think about this? No, Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The schmurder weapon is due for transfer at the very end. The very day Goodman was killed. As I suspected. It isn't over. Not yet. Yeah, he's like, do you think you could tell us more? And then there's... Also, her chin line goes through her hair. It says SL692. Sure, I think it's similar code. I don't remember where, but I think I've seen it before. How do I use the sprayer? I only got to use it once. I want to use it again. Look, the door must mean something. I'm not sure that doors mean anything. No, it won't open. A mysterious lock. Mr. Wright. We need to learn to enjoy life a little bit more. Let's finish our investigation first, shall we? Here, phone, see if it works. Hey, don't touch stuff we don't need to be touching. Can't hear anything. My ears! No, my ears! Maybe it's due to the barometric pressure. See, you can hear me just fine. The phone's not broken. Blood must be from when Lana... No, my sister isn't the murderer. She did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged. Hey, just whose side are you on? It has nothing to do with taking sides, so this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. Things just keep getting worse. I'm just wasting this girl's stuff. Okay, well... Oh, my eyeballs. I don't know what else to present to her to get her to talk to me about the thing, so... Let's go... Oh, excuse me. Okay, not you. Let's go here. Blue Badger is still writhing around today. It's a handprint on his face. Speaking of dancing, the whole police department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? I just can't help but feel he's gonna do something naughty. No. No, you may not take out his batteries. Oh, my eyeballs. I just go around spraying the officers. Sorry, officers, let me just... Okay. Now that I know how to use this thing... Spray, 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 spray. Ugh, my eyeballs. I don't really know. Note. Incident. Case that was due for transfer on the day of the murder. Charge. I wonder what kind of case this SL9 incident was. Again, kind of hard to guess just knowing the case number. This rope, is it? Yep. Yep. So wait. Victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know who'd come to that conclusion. This is the famous oil drum. Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Hiya! That's okay, don't cry. Lana Sky must be one strong woman. This is the famous divider. It sure helped us knock a hole in that testimony today. Come to think of it, this divider helped our case more than the actual witness. Great divider. Chip off the old parking block. Just a wall, scientifically speaking. ladder. That's a step ladder. What's the difference? In scientific terms, please. Scientific, huh? Look at the basic nature of the thing, Mr. Wright. This all seems so horribly familiar somehow. I don't know what I'm supposed to show her to get her to talk about stuff, so I assume I'm missing something. I show her this. It looks like a petrified piece of provolone. Huh? It's not. It's my attorney's badge. I think a petrified piece of provolone would fetch more than fetch more on the open market. The badge isn't up for sale. Not yet, at least. Okay, so I presented this, presented this, presented this, presented this, I think. Suspect, I wonder, stored strange, why didn't her chief murder weapon? That's not the button I wanted. Already asked her on that. What about this? Take a look at this. No, you want hot tea, right? This piece of paper, showed her the phone. Then I grabbed the chief prosecutor on the shoulder. Dropped that phone on the pavement. That's when I heard her talking about muffler, right? Little did I know, it was a trap. Red car's muffler and the prosecutor's red muffler. What was Miss Guy trying to say? Nothing. If you think about it, I could have taken the picture from the guard room, but even I get flustered sometimes. So you weren't straight to the scene of the crime? I rushed towards the chain-linked fence in an effort to stop the schmurder. So I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime? 5 minutes are the whole problem. Hole in my testimony as it were. 5 minutes worth of problem, Miss Star. You lying was the problem. Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. I wasn't gonna have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time. Ah, there we go. That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable. Disposable to who? Two years ago, it was the... Thank you. It was the biggest case I'd ever handled. Police and prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence. I like that her detective outfit isn't too much different from her current outfit. It's just she has little sushis on her hat now. So, they didn't solve it? On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed. Yes, the criminal got what was coming to him. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was they never did find decisive evidence, not a shred. What? The criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence. What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence? The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen, others found themselves out of a job. You were one of those? Myself and the other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. Give me more. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hadn't forgotten, and neither have I. I haven't forgotten SL9. There's another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. No one up in their fancy offices can stop us. Wait! Those lunches you sell. See, there is only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Star's old boyfriends. How many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives of SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, rookie. What? Seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. What? Then you should take this. Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. I'm tempted with that treat, dang. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, is he, are you his... Are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. Got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And it was nice to me too back then. This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective. Now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. Putting the past to rest, as it were, nothing more than that. I see. Thank you. Officer Jake Marshall, Alright, we got our steak, let's go! This. February 23rd, to Police Department. The place is charged with frantic energy as always. Please! Huh? Wasn't that? One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you. Detective Gumshoe. Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. I'm really in need of a steak lunch from Lunchland. Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale. I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We caught our criminal, now we just need evidence. Criminal, you mean? You heard about the stabbing at the police department evidence room, right, pal? I did. Oh, thank you. I've been delivered a treat. Today's stream treat is a banana bread with a little bit of butter on it. Thank you, banana bread delivery boy. Let me just take a bite of this. Oh. That's some good stuff right there. And the perpetrator, do you have a suspect? Hands smell like bacon. Well, there was a suspect, just arrested him in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy. Detective Gumshoe. Who was it? Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't gonna fill my belly. Wait, don't leave. Wanna know more, head down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figured he's down there having a good cry. Later. Off to get me some steak. Ran off to the evidence room. Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Okay. Okay, it's fine. That's also not what I wanted. Still, I do feel better about things. A little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they? Yeah, I guess they did. Best not to go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing. Queen! What was that? Sure, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator? I'd say... I was the perpetrated against, sir. That's what I'd say. Hi. Greetings, sir. Hey, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth, anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir, and I got your report, sir. Officer Meekin, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I got it. You're here to deliver a report. No, sir, how should I say this? Wait, he isn't... See? You... Officer Meekins, you didn't... Did you? Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir. What? I like how even his badge has him doing this. Now this is an unexpected turn of events. What happened, Officer Meekins? Okay, I get it. Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Ow, I can hear you fine, Officer Meekins. I had some business that day, sir, so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. Normally there's a guard at the evidence room. That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. Now, the security officer, none other than Officer Marshall. Marshall? Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious man in the evidence room. A suspicious person, sir. A suspicious person. Yow! What the heck is this guy doing? What happened then? After that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out. When I came to, I was here, in the detention center. How long were you out? Days? Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. I did what I could to wrap it up, sir. Bandage on his hand? Just like Miss Sky. Another similarity between this case and the one at the prosecutor's office. First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? Killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right? Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. You have to label me as a perpetrator or victim, sir. And label me victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Yes, well, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that. Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman? Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or a total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the totally stranger side. So you didn't know him? Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light and other living creatures, and other creatures' comforts. I don't know any detectives. So if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir. None. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir. At least someone around here is more confused than I am. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime? Well, you see, sir, Don't you think you should just confess? But sir, but there was nothing I could do. Nothing you could do? Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, the detective pointed that knife at me. I just hollered, sir. The next thing I knew, I was unconscious. Next thing you knew, you were, huh? Well, then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir. All alone. Alone because Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hand, sir. Oh, the shock. Oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt? Victim's body disappeared? That's some story. Let's see. Officer Meekins, this is for you. Eek! I'm scared of knives, sir. It's okay, I just wanted you to take a look at it. That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir. In my dream, I was an apple. I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife. He's overreacted to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. What's this? Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Sorry, sir. Really sorry, sir, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir? Pass him the buck, Mr. Wright. It's a special kind of man to pass the buck to Edgeworth. Okay. Oh. For now, I guess we'll go... Can I go... here? Is he back yet? Well, let's go see if I can talk to Edgeworth. Nope. So where the heck am I supposed to go now? Am I supposed to show the lunchbox to him? Oh, no. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Sorry, sir. Really sorry, sir, but I have no idea what that is. Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir. That's it, that's it! That's what? My head was blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember. I remember, sir. Mean you remember what happened? Correct! That card was the card that caused... That card was the cause of it all. This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's exactly it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing. Better pry into this one a little bit. Tell me what it is you do remember? Oh, so you might say I'm a little lost patrolman, a lost little lamb, if you will. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman was... Wow. I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room. That's why you thought he looked suspicious. Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to show me his ID card. That sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you. Do you ask Detective Goodman to show his ID card? Did he do? That's the thing. Suddenly he pointed a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you, I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him. Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him. Do unto others before they do unto you. My own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, my eyes sir. Everything went white. When I awoke, I was here. Right. So, Officer Meekins, why is it that they arrested you? What do you mean, Ema? Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card. In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim. And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? You still ended up here? You told me that it had to be him, sir. On that day, at that time, Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said. But you don't remember the events clearly? Not that one. No, but the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. Crime, my crime, the crime. I swore to stamp it. I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape. You waited until now to tell us this? I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it. No thanks, I have my own. Guess we better go check out the crime scene. Here. Alright. What? Looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here. Light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. Bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there. Is this not where I'm supposed to be? Am I at the wrong place? Am I... Where? Game. No, not that one. Not this one. Beacons, remember, blah 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 blah. Who the victim was. Disappeared, we didn't even know. That's it, sir. That's what I want to say, at least. Blah blah blah. Videotape from the security camera. Crime, my crime, the crime. I swore to stamp it out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape. I guess we'd better go check out crime scene. That's... Oh, here? Hey, Mr. Wright. Look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk. It's Police Chief Gant. Ah. Hello. And you're sure this is all? You know what it means if there's anything missing. Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coat pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine. I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Do you? Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered. Ha ha ha, righto my boy, how you been? Swim much? Ho ho ho, Chief Grant reporting for duty, sir. Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright? It's got some interesting music. Is Edgeworth gonna be okay? Oh, Worthy? Oh, you know, they're doing a little inquiry committee with him. Sounds like an inquisition. Yep, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year. I mean, the incident at Ford Lake? Doesn't look good having the top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case, right, Righto? On karma. A legend he was undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court he fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence. Wait, I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence. In any case, the prosecution's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything to restore their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for Worthy. What? It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed on our turf, too, I mean. There being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible. Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says. What evidence is this? Now, Righto, I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive. I can't talk about it. Wasn't expecting much anyway. You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' trap shut. Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier. Huh? You saw that? Whoops. I wonder what it was he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Oh, sorry I had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Oh, see over there? That's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue. He took away every last piece of garbage in that trash can. Nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. Kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish reading it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. Lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. Only be submitted to the chief of police. Really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Five. This isn't him. He didn't write this. He didn't even know the dude's ID number. He's just 5. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor. Well, I never thought the day would come where Righto asked me for help. I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room? Please? Now, Righto. Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all. Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man? Huh? Heck, if anyone asked me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give them $50, no problem. So, go ahead, investigate the room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Just goes to show you never know until you ask. And for you, here, you can borrow this. Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it? It's a special card for guests, so don't lose it. Yes, sir, it's an honor. Now, you just run along and do your best now. Later, folks. It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just think, a real ID. Seem happy. Yes, sir, because, sir, we can go into the evidence room now, sir. This place is a bad influence on the girl. Alrighty. Now we can finally go... Let me... Evidence room is beyond that door. We have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. Won't open. Ah, card reader's turned off. See? What is that security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well. What's made my Bambino sky so gray? Ah, it's this guy. Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw? Well, what are you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. The crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. Well, we're here. I was wondering if I could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with you hombres. 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 That was a me goof. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak with you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Alright, let's go investigate that. I don't want to talk to him right now anyway. I'm gonna check out this room. Whoa, what's that? It's quiet. The investigation must be over there. This is the evidence room, huh? It really is kind of like a graveyard. Graveyards are supposed to have grass and trees. This feels more like a morgue. Nice try, Mr. Wright. You can't scare me. Whoa. Did she hit him? Sorry, I thought you were a ghost. I wouldn't recommend going around smacking ghosts on the head, pal. So is it true what I heard? If anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I'd give him $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out. Yeah, it's true. So Chief of Police can't loan anyone $50? Even me? Oh, so that's what you were talking about. Actually, I was put in charge of the investigation today. Just for today? Boss for a day. Guess what? You got permission from the chief, so you're the boss for a day. Gee, thanks. First of all, you'll want to have this. So Detective Boss shoes. I'm already calling him boss. Look at that. You're the boss for the day? That's right, it's an honor. After all, this murder took place right here in the police department. But if you're the boss, why are you all alone? Where are your underlings? Using yesterday's findings to prepare for tomorrow's trial. In other words, you got kicked out of the investigation. Again. I'm adamant, though. I'm gonna take control and put this case to rest. My own evidence locker, pal. You have a locker in here too, Detective Gumshoe? Of course, I am a detective after all. You gave me a locker that only I can open, pal. Only you can open? I'll always believe in Mr. Edgeworth, no matter what happens. So, Mr. Edgeworth is with the inquiry committee now? You're trying to figure out who's responsible for the mess up in court today. I see. I guess this is what you call fate. Mr. Edgeworth just can't get away from that case. That case? Yeah, that case. SL9 incident, of course. That was the beginning of the end for Mr. Edgeworth. Get us to tell more about that case. This place is more high-tech than you might think. Every locker is fixed so that only one detective can open it. Using their ID card? Well, that's the thing, pal. ID cards can be lost. I am on my third card since entering the force already. That sounds like a lot. Yeah, but even I can't lose my own right hand. Right hand? Oh, you mean your fingerprint? Exactly, pal. The lock for each locker is coded with a fingerprint. So the only locker we can open is our own. Funny, they look like normal lockers. These are the latest models. There's a trick to the handles, see? The handles? On the other side of the handle is a sensor. If the wrong person touches it, you get a shock. That's what happened. My hand would be black and smoking every day. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people on the force who don't know about the fingerprint locks. Damn. Interesting. It's like a shirt. I guess it must be evidence for some case. Detective Gumshoe is here. Here you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of slob. Not responsible for the evidence here. That said, but that evidence locker was opened recently. How do you know? If you leave things hanging out like that, the evidence gets dirty or ripped. Guard checks on that kind of stuff and notifies the detective responsible. How many times have I had him breathing down my neck about some silly evidence? Sounds like Detective Gumshoe leaves evidence hanging out a lot, too. If you're gonna talk behind someone's back, don't do it right in front of them, pal. Wow, look at this big pile of junk in the corner. It looks like a car door. There's a pair of handcuffs attached to the frame. Maybe the guy they caught was some sort of escape artist and he got away. Hey, that's one of those human profiles for range testing. That's some bars right there. Oh, Detective Gumshoe, is he the one spitting bars? He's been shot square in the forehead. Better him than us. Some sort of bulky equipment is gathering dust here. What a sorry-looking fishing pole that is. Ah, that's my personal pole. Detective Gumshoe! Don't show me your personal pole, dude. I never did get around to using it. Wait, I've seen that somewhere before. Right, pal, that's the metal detector. One that led to the solving of the case out on Gourd Lake, remember? Oh, right. Wow. It feels like that was ages ago. And, I don't think I've seen this before. Oh, that's a bug sweeper. I'm sure it will come in handy in solving some case sooner or later. That cheap-looking bugs? Can't judge a person or You can't judge a person or a machine by their cover. You gotta look at their heart. Whoa! What's this? Blood? It's a little worn, and there's definitely a handprint here. Looks like someone tried to wipe it off. Mr. Wright, what if there are other bloodstains left in the room? We could use her testing fluid to check it out. This one's open, and the red indicator light above the door is lit. The locker is coded to Detective Goodman's fingerprint. Goodman's locker. Are you sure it's okay to leave it open like that? Well, it'd be hard to get it open again if we closed it. It's empty. Must have taken the contents elsewhere. Why is there... Is a glove? Someone left a glove here, but only one. Oh my god, Michael Jackson! Detective Gumshoe, maybe? There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of absent-minded detective. That's evidence from the case, you know? Do you mean SL9? It does have a tag on it. Extremely thin rubber glove. What is a sawn paint doing here? Since the dawn of time, true art has always been war against oppression. True art? I noticed that there's blue and yellow paint here. Perhaps we're witnessing the birthplace of the blue badger? Well, I might say this is my studio. Here, in the evidence room? Alright, so we're gonna go here. We're gonna do a little spritzy spritz. Spray. 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 Knew it. This is someone's right hand. What? What's the matter, detective? This locker. It's mine. It's yours? Please. You have to help me. When they come to take me away, Promise you'll testify that I wouldn't harm a fly. You'll do that for me, won't you, pals? This is an important clue. I'll jot it down on the floor plans. Counting on you guys. Believe me, you can't trust the police. What? You're a detective. Ooh. There's blood on the floor. It must have been one massive pool of blood. Never seen anything like it. Not a professional. What's your opinion, detective? Pale blue blood. Maybe Detective Goodman is actually an alien? This proves that something really happened in front of this locker. Make a note of it in the floor plans. Hey, if you didn't want my opinion, you shouldn't have asked. It's not my fault your... Oh. It's not my fault your opinion was garbage. Right. Well. Let's move to the guard station. Alright, now, you, sir, take this. That smell. Ah, reminds me of Texas. Officer Marshall? You're from Texas? No, I just saw a special on television the other day. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Starr. What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch? I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Detective Marshall. Officer Detective... No, it's not the word I wanted, but it's the words that came out of my mouth. Alright, Bambina, you win. Ask me... munch, anything. Munch, snack, schmack. Finally, it seems like... he's willing to talk. Alright, let's talk to him while he eats his lunch. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of the security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. Ah, that poor little dog. Poor guy kept getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. Told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. Since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago. Well, I might not look it, but I lost my fire for the job, you know? Yeah, this proves why you're drinking on the job. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the schmurder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed, Zippy. He was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take to machines much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Miss Starr told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of the crime. It's all gone now, like a drinking hole in the prairie fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Starr, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it, anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. Some things you're better off not knowing, Bambina. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? Day of our case. That's right. The evidence transferals. And Truth was talking about transferals, too. You know what maybe two... You know what? I know what maybe 2 of the machines do in here. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambina, me and machines, well... I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steak. Easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. The ones that Officer Meekins mentioned. Nothing happened, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. The security guard and you reckon? One more thing. When you go in the evidence room, you need an ID card. Plus the card reader by the door. Card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. This one with a lot of 7 seems fishy. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Sorry, Bambina, I can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? I only keep evidence from solved cases. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there was a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in an underground vault at the county sheriff's department. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. Transferal is like the funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed. Forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. It happened to SL9 2 days ago. Ah! I have to show something that the 2 cases are connected. This one. And I think 2 numbers were entered in this twice. Alright. Can I present to you this? The sheriff's back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. Felt the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand. This is neither wild nor west here. Huh? But that and this are 2 different things entirely. I guess so? Huh, I'm lost. That's not what I wanted. I have to figure out what the right... What am I supposed to use? It's from that case. Really did care for the word tag. It's confusing. What's so confusing about that? You know how many other words could be used? It sound like it. Bag, gag, nag, lag, zag. Zag? Is that a word? Challenge me. What, are we playing a word game now? Well, how do we show him that the 2 are connected? Oh. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Oh, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is this number. Officer Marshall. Show us that ID card record again. It's right here, but also this 4989596 number appears twice, I think. It's used at 4:15, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world. The incident occurred, Detective Goodman. The evidence room? Wait, what did Officer Meekins say? Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card. I asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do? Here's the thing, suddenly he pointed a knife at me. I wonder if Detective Meekins did it. If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? Alright, compadre, you win. Guess I can give you this ID card record. Yeah! Got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to other people's IDs here. I want to look at this. Sure have a lot of monitors in here. 8 cameras in the evidence room and all. One for each section. Which monitor shows the section where the crime took place? Why do cattle sit before the rain comes? It's not for man to know. Unless you're the security guard responsible. Okay, is there anything else to talk to you about? Oh. Let's go. Is Gumshoe still in here? You. Look at this. Could you take a look at this? This is the ID card record of the people who came in here on the day of the stabbing. Ah, I heard the rumors, so it was Goodman who came in here at the time of the murder. Whoa! What is it? That second number. It's not your ID, is it, Detective Gumshoe? Mr. Edgeworth. What? Second number on this list belongs to Mr. Edgeworth. What? What? Why would Edgeworth be in the evidence room? Yeah, but he was here at 4:40, and we also have record that he got to the... Right, let's go here. Let's go... here. I want to talk to you. Okay. Officer Meekins, could you take a look at this? Sorry, sir. Really sorry, sir, but I have no idea what that is. Maybe you should ask Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Alright, well... I don't want to talk to you either. Nor do I want to talk to you. Can I talk to Edgeworth? Is he back yet? Nope. Real quick. Can I present this to you? Can you tell me? Sheriff's back. Okay. Evidence to get anything from this guy. Okay. Where do I go from here? Oh. supposed to go? No. Someone must have broken something big to make all these beads. There you go, pal, making me out to be some kind of hooligan. Apparently is from the case. Get the sticker on one of those pieces there. Another piece. I wonder what shape these pieces were before whatever it was broken. You want to try to put it back together? Ha! Good luck, pal. It's no job for amateurs. I spent a good 3 hours on that before I had to give up. That's why I always carry around a tube of glue. Well, this piece looks like the bottom. Let's try putting the rest in place. What? Oh my good golly gracious. Okay, combine. Aha! That looks like the top. Okay. This piece. Aha! Probably this piece. So, didn't look like it would fit, but sure. Probably this one. Well, I think we did it, but some of the pieces are missing. Yeah, I got that far too in 2 minutes myself. The problem is finishing it. Some pieces stolen? I bet they were missing to begin with. Still, it doesn't look like the most stable kind of jar. I kind of understand how it got broken. Unstable jar. Okay. Can I show you this jar, good sir? No. Well, really quickly, we're gonna go back here. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing. That's fine. Bet it's fine, pal. There are two things that bother me. One, why are some of the pieces missing? Two, doesn't it seem a little unstable? No wonder it broke. Oh, you know what? Let me examine this jar. Hey look, they're hard to make out, but there are some dark red stains here. Looks like blood. You think Detective Gumshoe's blood somehow got on this when he was stabbed? Detective Goodman? Sorry, not Gumshoe's. Not likely. This blood looked like it's been here for months, maybe longer. There was evidence of the SL9 incident. Blood got on it. You spin me right round, baby, right? Oh, this thing doesn't have a bottom. That's weird. Wonder which side is up. Better yet, what's the purpose of a bottomless jar? It doesn't collect dust inside, right? Right, well... just make sure I got everything. Sometimes when I click over here, it clicks over here, so... Alrighty, well... I'm not really sure what I should talk to him about. Let's go here. You know anything about this jar, lady? Nope. Is, I should write this down. Tell me what he was like as a kid. Back in elementary school, he won for all kinds of things. Speech contests, essays, playing the flute, golf tournaments. Doesn't exactly sound like a typical elementary school to me. He always hated receiving awards. He'd make some smart remark like, "You know the path I've walked, no one else needs to tell me." That's how he's always been. Kind of gets under your skin, doesn't it? Oh, these are all case files? They're stacked up to the ceiling. There's even a ladder. Schworth wasn't good with heights. Strange. Just picture Detective Gumshoe. Let's study these case reports so closely. It's so cool. You wouldn't say that if you saw him sweating bullets up on that ladder. I will say, I'm not really sure where I'm supposed to go now. Do you know what this thing is? Officer Meekins, did you take a look at this? I'm sorry, sir. I'm real sorry, sir. Chat, I don't really know where to go. Future star of the police force. Designed a little change from the outside. Oh, well, The dancing blue badger, TM. Still under development, you see. You have a trademark? Absolutely! It's cutting edge stuff. Very now. I showed this doll here to my daughter and she burst into tears. Did I spray the vase? Can I spray the vase? How do I spray the vase? How do I... Let's just go back into the... Oh, not what I wanted. Go back in here. Go away, Gumshoe. You sprayed the entire scene? Yes, I have. Yeah, I did. I don't know how to spray vase, though. Yeah, I've sprayed everything. Okay. You don't need to spray the vase. Yeah, I clicked out of my game. Sorry, guys. Oh! That's so rude! I totally... This game plays with my emotions. I literally clicked it. That's so rude. Why am I getting a reaction here? There's no reason for the schmurderer to touch the spot. I could fly out the door. What, this? It's called luminol testing fluid. Where'd you get your hands on that? Huh? I'd like to get some too. I'll just borrow 50 bucks from the chief. Where did you get this, Ema? Always buy it by mail order. Oh, hold on. I'm so sorry. I accidentally clicked out of the scene and clicked a different scene on my OBS. I'm a goof. Okay, well, I just found a new handprint, but it doesn't really tell me much. And I show him this? No, he doesn't like evidence. Tells you to go to Edgy Poo. Is he finally back in his frickin' office? I've been going. And yet... Watch, now that I found that, that's where he's gonna... Are you back yet? No. I don't know where Edgy... I don't know where else Edgy could be. I haven't finished that room. What? Spray away. Spray and pray, yeah. Wait. Hi, Gumshoe. Yo, I got like mega bottles of this stuff because like I haven't finished in that room. There's more to spray. I don't think so. Are you lying to me, chat? Because like I'm not finding anything. Spam it. Alright, we're just gonna go right from the top. I see the dots, Seppo. What does that mean? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Do I have to show Detective Gumshoe something, maybe? Gumshoe's note and that switchblade knife. Edgeworth was most surprised out of anyone. The SL9 connection? It was Mr. Edgeworth's first big case, 2 years ago. Yeah, I did find the blue blood comment already. Oh, do I have to do things in specific order? Why would evidence from that case turn up now? Guess it's not over, pal. Maybe there are some loose ends left on this case. Yeah, I can't look at that. Those. This place is stuffed with evidence, stuffed with dreams. Not so sure about dreams. It won't open. Did you really think it would? Hey pal, our security is high-tech around here. Let's try giving him the floor plans, then. Allow me to say one thing, speaking as a detective. If I see a piece of evidence I know nothing about, I say nothing. Nothing! Maybe these floor plans? Did I break the game somehow? Is this what's happening? Can't open the lockers if your fingerprint doesn't match. You can open it, they'll give you 50 cents. Police department lacks faith in its lock system. While Detective Goodman was stabbed here after opening his locker. At the same time, he was found dead over at the prosecutor's office. I do not know. Oh! That was a bloody violent case. Violent? So it was a murder? Serial killing. Serial killing? Maybe I don't want to get involved in this after all. This game makes me mad sometimes. The killer made a mistake. Mr. Edgeworth built his case around that to nab him. It was 2 years ago? Was Mr. Edgeworth right in the spotlight? And started the rumor mill. Rumors about forged evidence? It was supposed to be all cleared up with the transferal the other day. It was the last job he ever did. Detective Goodman, that is. What do you mean? Detective Goodman was the detective in charge of the SL9 incident, see? So, that switchblade knife. The victim took the knife out of the evidence locker himself? Hey pal, look at the time. Was there somewhere you needed to be going? It's just that Mr. Edgeworth's inquiry committee should be letting out soon. I'm gonna go give him my report for the day. Might help, you know. Report? You mean the note written on the back of that flyer? This one says nothing but no problems. Hey, it's Mr. Edgeworth we're talking about. I'm sure he can use a report like this. I'm off, pal. Later. Dang new game? Grumble. Grumble. I don't want to talk to you. Move. Out of my way. That's not the button I wanted. Alright, let's go here. Move here. This game hurts my brain. What are you doing here? Ah, guests, my apologies. Oh, it's you. Have we met somewhere? Huh? Mr. Edgeworth, I beg your leave, so long. Is Edgeworth here? There, standing by the window, a teacup in his hand. Looking edgy as always. Right? Does the hotel bring him tea service? Mr. Edgeworth, you're back from the district prosecutor's inquiry? I am. By the way, Detective Gumshoe was looking for you. Ah, yes. He brought me the latest information, it seems. Really? Is it helpful? Apparently a new French restaurant is opening near here. I think he was trying to console me somehow. The real info is on the other side, Edgeworth. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. I think this whole thing is really taking a toll on him. So how did the inquiry committee go? Actually, they decided to treat this not as a case of concealing evidence, but as a communications error during the investigation. Concealing evidence? Yes, apparently there are those who believe that I concealed evidence. They gave me a warning. You were lucky this time. Again. Again? I've heard them say that so many times. Ever since that case 2 years ago. You okay for the trial tomorrow? Well, I'm still the prosecuting attorney, however. Something happened. They gave control of the investigation over to the police department. Police department? Yes, any further investigation for this case will be directed by the Chief of Police, Gant. I can do nothing but wait for his results. I see. Why, I ask you, why? All along I've done only what I believe was right. I have nothing to be ashamed of. Still. Wow, I've never seen him this out of sorts. I have an idea. Let us present this. Oh, right. I'd better check this now. As I was saying, Rogue. What's this? A record of ID card usage? Edgeworth, you went into the evidence room that day, didn't you? Just before the incident occurred, no less. Yes, that's true. Why, Mr. Edgeworth? Please don't look at me like that. I was asked to go by Chief Gant, no less. The chief of police? He wanted evidence for a case wrapped up half a year ago. AI-16. Told me he wanted me to keep it here in the prosecutor's office. But it was solved, right? It would have to be if the evidence was already filed. Chief is never one to explain himself. In any case, on the day of the stabbings, I brought this back here. Can I ask what kind of case it was? I can't say. It really has nothing to do with the current case. I'm curious about this other case. Better make a note of it. Stubborn as always, I told you this had nothing to do with the current case. Okay, what about this? Right, please. I'm the prosecutor on this case. Don't expect me to sit here and discuss the case with you over a cup of tea. Pass on the tea, just tell me about the case. Mr. Wright, Mr. Edgeworth just told you no in a very polite manner. Which side are you on anyway? I just show my best evidence I can get some reaction out of it. Yes. Right, please. Wait, hold on. Did I already give him the right evidence? Oh. What's that got to do with it? Nothing, apparently. At least that's what Edgeworth said. Makes sense. Makes it all seem all the more suspicious. Who knows, this might just turn out to be a clue that breaks the case. Wouldn't that be nice? Okay. Edgeworth, what are you hiding from me? Can I show you this? What piece of evidence am I supposed to show you, you silly man? I know you probably got a hold of some information already, right? All has to do with the case you were on, the SL9 incident. Some dark suspicion you were wrapped in. Oh, I didn't read that, I'm so sorry. I figured I'd be telling you about this sooner or later. Must be talking about his father's murder in that elevator. Okay, Edgeworth, why don't you tell me about it? Tell me the truth. Give me the truth, Edgy. SL9 incident was a heinous serial killing case. Head of the investigation was the deputy chief of police at the time, Damon Gant. That wacky old coot was involved in that case 2 years ago too then. He was a top officer and it was my first time working. I was nervous. Oh, you get nervous too, Mr. Edgeworth? I want to know is why was a deputy chief of police on the investigation? In truth, I used slightly more extreme methods than normal. We were dealing with a vicious murderer. If I let him go, the blood would be on my hands. We won our guilty verdict and the killer was executed. You didn't. Of course not. I didn't touch the evidence. Yes, I will do anything in my power to win a trial. However, I do have a code and I follow it faithfully. By the way, Ima, the chief prosecutor wanted to know something. My sister? What? You were still studying forensic science? Huh? Yes, of course. Why, just today, Mr. Wright and I were using this. Mineral testing fluid, Well then, you might have use for this. I get to dust for prints, let's go! Aluminum powder for taking fingerprints. And chemically treated for better adhesion. For me? Are you sure? Are we the enemy, you know? We are the enemy, you know. I have no say in today's investigation, so do as you will. Edgeworth, no need to thank me. Here, take your powder and these fingerprint files for everyone involved. Thanks. How about giving these to Detective Gumshoe as well? printing set and fingerprint file received. Well, let's get going. One last investigation. Right. I seem to remember seeing a suspicious handprint somewhere. She's gone too. Where did I see a suspicious... I think I remember seeing a suspicious handprint. How doth one use? Wait, wait, hold on. Examine. This. Today. You have a handprint on your face. I want to know what it is. Let's give him the benefit of the doubt and say he's dancing. Speaking of dancing, this department has been dancing around like crazy since yesterday. Can I take out his batteries? Just can't help but feel he's gonna do something naughty. Okay, I guess not there. So, let's go back to the Alright, let's take a peek. Investigation turned up a suspicious handprint. Here, in this blood on the detective's evidence locker. Let's use the secret weapon we just borrowed. Right, let's get started. First, choose a finger. Finger? Each finger leaves behind a slightly different imprint. So let's choose a finger that will be the clearest print. Quit procrastinating and choose a finger. I want this one. Be the thumb. Okay, now it's time to check for prints. Let me show you how it's done. Ima's starting to get the sparkle in her eyes again. First, we sprinkled the aluminum powder around. Huh? How do you do that? With enter, see? Ah, it looks like that did the trick. The aluminum powder adheres completely to the print. Once the powder is wet, just blow away the excess. Huh? How do I do that? With E, of course. E. See? Wow. Feels like a lot of fun. Might take some getting used to, though. It's fine. It won't go up your nose or anything. You just pour the powder on thick and blow it away with the extra. Those are the basics of fingerprinting, Mr. Wright. Guess I'd better give it a try. Pressing E. It's not blowing. Okay. I didn't mean to take a screenshot. Dang it, game. Oh, you used to have to use the DS mic to blow. That's cool. But this looks nothing like a fingerprint. Now that you mention, I guess it doesn't. What is that? I think it means we're out of luck. Out of luck? The person who left this behind must have worn gloves. Tell me we're wasting our time here. Hey, calm down. That's just the way it goes sometimes with scientific investigations. But it does seem a shame. While we're at it, why don't we look for other prints? Other prints? Looking at the locker door again closely. This one. This one. Looks like there are fingerprints outside the bloody handprint as well. See if we can find a clear print. Gimme. Gimme. Alright. E. Aha! Oh, sorry. I didn't fill it up enough. E. There we go. Yay! A print so clear it's dazzling. Dazzling? Anyway, this print took a lot of effort to find. Let's match it up right away. So we're not done yet. It's quite the process. Well, there's no point in finding a fingerprint. Not knowing who the owner is, right? fingerprint data we got from Mr. Edgeworth. Find out the person you think left this print. I can make a pretty good guess. The bloody handprint and the fingerprints are in different places, right? That means that the prints probably don't have anything to do with our case. Whose fingerprint would we most likely find on this evidence locker? Looking for that swirl pattern in the middle. Aha! Something's wrong, Mr. Wright? Give me this, so what look? I guess it's probably because I was thinking so what. Hey, we came up with nothing this time, but there's always next time. Sometimes you hit, sometimes you miss. Gotta roll with the punches, Mr. Wright. Thanks for the sympathy. Wait, if I remember correctly, there's one other handprint in this room. Let's check it out. Wait. Check the prints. Dario's blood was wiped away, right? Wiped away too. Oh, right. So that means no prints? You say the probability of your hypothesis is high? Don't ask me. Anyway, we must try to find prints that weren't wiped away. Oh, I can. No, I can't. I cannot dust. Our fingerprints on this, I think. Whee! Okay, so I assume it's somewhere in this room. Handprint here. Yellow crime tape. Yesterday was my first time seeing that. I always dreamed to push through the crowd and just step over the tape. Daunting to encounter again so soon. Is the other handprint in this room? Yeah, because I can't dust this because it was wiped away. What if it's not on the blood part? Alright. Oh. Chat, you're so smart. I'm just the big dumb. Hey, these fingerprints, whose are they? Whose? Is it someone I know? It's Officer Marshall. Huh? Officer Jake Marshall? Marshall's fingerprint added to the court record. It's gotta be a coincidence. He's not involved in this crime. Ema. This is decidedly different from Detective Gumshoe's prints. Luminal reaction. Blood and the fingerprints are the same. Darn tootin'. Oh. So we have Jake Marshall's fingerprints. Wiped blood stain. Why would Officer Marshall... It's like our investigation is finally turning up some results. I guess this is what you'd call decisive evidence? I don't believe it. Oh, leaving me on a cliffhanger? How dare they? Alright, chat. Well, that was a day of investigating. We did so many things. We found so much evidence. Wow, I'm curious to see how the trial will play out. Trials are faster. No, chat. Not gonna do the trial. No, you can't bully me. I'm here. I believe in you. But chat, I'm tired. I go to bed. The chat, what are you tempting me with? I'm officially halfway through the... My brain hurts. Big brain, you got it. Alright, chat. But if I lose... Crying. Alright. Let's get this over with. February 24th. 9:41 a.m. So, what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, the victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. A different suspect was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Lana! Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. Hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So, how'd it go? As Mr. Wright suspects, the police are clueless. Figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. Plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Ema. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret. I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. Sky. I found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belong to our Officer Jake Marshall. Kind of trace evidence. Bloodstained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. You understand what this means, don't you? In order to defend my sister, we're gonna accuse Mr. Marshall? We have to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Sky? Do what you have to, Mr. Wright. February 24th, 10 a.m. Oh, shrighty. Court is now in session for the trial of Miss Lana Sky. Defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is, I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. Takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. If the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain at both places at the same time. That's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Yes, and the body eventually reappeared on the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. Today I will present evidence relating to the murder at the police department. In doing so, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. That's supposed to be an admirable? I'm done. Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. Suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Oh boy. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Yes, sir. I am Officer Mike Meekin, sir. My occupation is, that would be schmurderer, sir. You're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You gotta believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is, sir, I'm what you would call a part of the younger generation, sir. A person whose actions adults can't fully comprehend. Please, Mr. Edgeworth, sir, help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir? Give us your report of the crime. Consider that an order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I am part of the generation that must be told what to do, sir. Can't fault him for a lack of enthusiasm. Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. Let's see. Then you fainted and a colleague helped you regain consciousness? Yes, sir. He knocked me upside the head, sir. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. What I need here is more info to work with. Alright, well, we're gonna press everything, like we usually do. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Thanks, now there's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. Blue Badger? Yes, sir, the lovely police mascot created by the Chief of Detectives, sir. Words are hard right now. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very, important mission. After the award ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around. I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? Thank you, T-Man. In order to enter the evidence room, you need an ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. So then, your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is. I found it. It's this one right here. Can you please read us the number? Yes, sir. It's 4989596. That's my number, sir. I see. Huh. But the number this is shown being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. First time was when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time was when I went to go get him after everything settled down. See, so during that second time, when... Yes, sir, it was when I spotted the man on the security screen. So you were attacked. Can you please tell us exactly what happened? It was a knife, sir. A knife! Detective Goodman pulled a knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. You weren't exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. Swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Even if you just kept your cool... Maybe if you just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be... Then I saw the blood trickling down my arm. I panicked. I grabbed the man by his collar. Fought for my life. Then I did it. What exactly do you mean by you said you did it? I can just imagine, like... I know I don't look the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. The man let his guard down for just an instant. I snatched the knife from him. His knife. Spun him around and performed a disarming maneuver. Made sure to close my eyes like a man. I see. He must have been desperate. Next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood, and then the next thing I knew, yes? Punched me right in my face, sir. What time did you regain consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Oh, right. According to the report from the officer that woke up the witness, it was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. I woke up crying, tears of pain. That's nice. It's nice that you recovered, that is. When I came around, though, I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir, the Blue Badger, sir. Returned him to the entrance before things got out of hand. That would explain why there's a handprint on him. Well, we can all rest easy now. I believe we now have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor, only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Is Officer Meekins? With regards to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Gant delivered it to me just this morning. Chief? Delivered it? What is that? Videotape? Yes, sir, that's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. Contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. I was told it had been mistakenly erased. It's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. The communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you schmurdering the victim. Oh, please stop using that word, schmurder, sir. It scares me. A video of a real schmurder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? The guy has an earring on. Get blood on the coat. I like the animation. Right. Was that at the very end? I don't think so. Whoever it was, where'd the guy go? That, and also, I think that last locker that had that little white fabric in it, I think he might have opened that because I don't think it was there at the beginning of the video. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings stirred within us? Thank you, Your Honor. What the hell is that? Was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir, that is the pride and joy of the entire Criminal Affairs Department, sir. It's the Blue Badger, sir. Why am I not surprised this isn't going smoothly? Yes, well, anyway, this tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room and some sort of activity did take place. Your Honor, instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Is that all right with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir, as you wish, sir. Mystery Man. Mystery Man, take me by the hand. His face really can't clearly be seen in the video, but there's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do so. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. It must have been him. No one else could have unlocked it. What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by the detective it belongs to. Intriguing. That would mean the victim at the scene of the crime would have been Detective. It's hot. Ah, that's hot. Very well, the defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. Everything begins with contradictions. That's where I have to start. There we go. Alright, gamers. Let's try to figure this out, shall we? Please clearly see the video. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? At the face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, if you must label people as having seen or not seen the man's face, I believe I would be classified as the latter. Latter, but you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Oh, yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. Not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking to them, see? Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him. I'd bet my badge on it. There's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face. Could have just stolen his hand. Skin on his hand. Well, I suppose you might say that. That is, if you must label people as being seen or not seen it. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me like that? Let me get that skin. If I had to label your stares as disturbing or eek. Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain when you testify. Yes, sir. Claim that the man who brandished the knife on you was Detective Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you're positive it was him. When he opened the locker, required Detective Goodman's fingerprint to do so. About these lockers, is there no other way to open them? No, sir, I myself tried all kinds of methods in the past. They only respond to the registered fingerprint, sir. wonder what kind of methods he used. The man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints. He must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir, and this too. Locker opened. How do you know that information? I've heard rumors, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? Workers in the department cafeteria, sir. They keep me informed. They also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, open locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. Verified that information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprint. It must be him. No one else could unlock it. However, the most important detail is not shown in the video. This man's face. Sir, if I may say something, sir. Please do. After all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important in this case, sir. I mean, if it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock, and it was his hand that tried to thrust his knife into my body, sir. The unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. If the footage doesn't lie, that is, unless the defense can find a problem with it. Mr. Wright, let's check the court record again. Is there a problem with the security video? Is there? Found blood here, here, here. So... it opens, goes back. Yeah, that locker didn't have that coat shoved into it before. Regarding the video contained on this tape, there is one thing in particular that seems rather strange. Strange? Its contradiction leads to the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I propose we have the defense point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. Very well, proposal accepted. Let us further inspect this piece of evidence. We'll now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. Find out the problem in the video? First time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. Set it up so you can fast forward, rewind, and pause the video. Just take a good look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where's the contradiction that indicates the man may not have been Detective Goodman? Guy walks back, he walks in, yeah, man's just kind of disappeared. I think it's here. Let's try it. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What could it mean? Sorry to interrupt, Mr. Wright. You seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. Point? You are looking is for one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman. Oh, yeah. Whew. I almost walked right into the defense's trap. I'll place him under arrest, sir. Rats. I need to slow down and tackle these things one piece at a time. Ew. Very well, let's try this again. Each time you point your finger, someone gets hurt. Check Goodman's locker before it opens. The light was on. Article. So it was opened before the guy even got there. Okay. I like watching it in reverse, it's kind of funny. The thing that's strange about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, do you mean me, sir? As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. When you grab the handle, the sensor reads your fingerprint. If it's a match, light turns on and the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's what I understand it, sir. So, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. I'm glad I didn't get penalized for the video. And the victim reaches for the handle to open the locker. Let's rewind a little earlier. I'm getting sick of this song. Lights on. There, notice the light? What's this? It's already lit. It's lit. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle. I like that he kind of sounds like a chicken. Order, what's the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. That song's gonna be part of my nightmares for the next little bit. The locker locks are controlled by an electric system. The door is shut, a sensor is triggered. The locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know, it must have been broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert on this. It's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh, well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes, why wasn't the locker locked? Your Honor. Yes, well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh. Oh, maybe something like jammed the system sensors? Something jammed sensors. Say, something else that seems out of place in this video. Yeah, I thought so too. That was my first guess. There's gotta be another clue in here somewhere. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker wasn't locked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this. It was the glove. This glove? Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. Oh, I'm so glad they don't play it again. That song. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are open. I often fall out and roll a great. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. The sensors trigger the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? Inserted? No, I don't have the Blue Badger theme on repeat. This white thing wasn't inside the locker. Stuck between the door and the sensor. I don't want to. I'd rather listen to every other soundtrack in this game but that one. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 out of the 3 times it gets stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. It chokes me instead. The object would have been extremely thin to fit in the door. Not only that, but it would also have to block electrical currents, which would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator, but at the crime scene, I think this might have been something like that fits the description. But sir, by insulator, you don't mean... I think I finally got this figured out. Very well. Will the defense please present the relevant elements? A rubber glove. Extremely thin rubber glove, this one. I found this near the locker, a thin rubber glove. Oh, we can't be sure that was in the victim's locker. As the tag says, SL9 incident. Present the relevant elephant, please. Here's my relevant elephant, please. Oh wait, I don't have an elephant, but I have a little relevant axolotl. This is the one who's actually doing all the crime solving. It's not me. It's just this little dude here. Talk about the relevant elephant. Video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. That isn't the case. The lit lamp test states. On the day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Is it not so, Officer Meekins? Sir, it would appear so, sir. Order, order, order. So we are to believe then that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? I could have opened that locker because I'm coated with the sauce. I just punched right through it. Yeah, I would have just broken the locker open, just break the handle right off because I'm so strong. The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. Officer Meekins, please testify about this. No. Sir? Me, sir? Not sure what you're referring to, sir. I feel like that face was like, don't make me have to hit a bitch today, Meekins. Don't make me send these hands to you. Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir. Is this a joke? Very well, begin your testimony. Mystery Man 2. There's one other thing that proves that man was Detective Goodman, sir. To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card. ID card record. I see. I have the ID card record right here, Your Honor. It's that of the victim. It's before the crime. Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transfer. Why are there so few people using this room? Yo, I want to know who ID number 7777777 was, because they went in at the best time. They were blazing it in there. This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases. Special cases? Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Police? Whoop whoop, it's the police. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There are only a few cases up for transferal there, and most of them cleared up by noon. Oh, I hit the wrong button. E. Q. Unlike your earlier testimony, you believe to be rock solid, do you? You believe to be rock solid? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign, sir. He just uses right hand for that. Let's hear him out fully. As we've seen, no one ever knows what he might say until the very last second. Into the evidence room. Is that card hanging from your neck one of these ID cards? Yes, sir. This card right next to my cup, sir. I wonder if the, because the Chief Gant gave us a, like, special card. I wonder if those ones show up. Keep it here so I won't ever forget it. What if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times my tie gets stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. Instead of the door closing, my ID card chokes me. Maybe I should just leave this one alone. Let it be noted that this is the record the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it. Detective Goodman. What's the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. So it is, Your Honor. What is the dump truck, Edgeworth? Mommy, is that man in blue a schmurderer? Shh, don't stare at him. Got the wrong color, kid. It seems the inquiry committee will speak with you again today. I have nothing to be ashamed of regarding my actions or their consequences. Now let us continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. It must be so difficult for him. At the time of the crime, the detective used his card. Earlier, I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any ID, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked? Everything stems from contradictions. Let's point him out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? The problem with this ID card testimony is far too obvious. It's not like Edgeworth to miss something like this. Thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got. I wonder if... Because, like, It says an investigator's ID card found at the prosecutor's office crime scene. So how could he have got that one? He couldn't have gotten in if it was found somewhere else completely. Wait a moment. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. Makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. Underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. It's a very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Lost item report? It's only half completed. It shows that Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to fill out this report. Let me guess, you believe this something to be his ID card, right? Can't say for sure, but there is a high probability. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. So now, what does this all mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room was not Detective Goodman, rather the man who stole his ID card. Does the prosecution have a response? I have only one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. Bravo? Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There were two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room was already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, we must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. The victim in this video is a fake. And the schmurderer in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instance of the schmurder. Huh? That is, well, I guess that's right. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed so content to be pointing your finger around. Edgeworth, you're the only one who's pointing fingers, dude. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what words? Exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. Defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the schmurder did not take place at the police department at 5:15 on the day of the crime. So, the real crime could only take place at one location, the underground parking lot, the prosecutor's office. The schmurderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. Trustworthy witness? Observe the moment the defendant used the schmurder weapon. Ah! That testimony was way too shabby. It was all a trap from the beginning. It's a trap! Activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim after Officer Meekins' encounter? Where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the schmurder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something, or else Lana... What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Well, I guess I'll object and see what happens. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. But I almost walked right into the prosecution. The prosecution! What are you talking about? This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. Security video did not show the actual schmurder. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the schmurder in the parking lot. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. Defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Mr. Honor? If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses would be necessary. Prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. Prosecution considered the incident the police department to be unrelated. We have not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor? The defense would like to request a specific witness. Whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would like to testify. What is his or her name? It's him! It's him! Officer Jake Marshall. Why him? Can't let Edgeworth know anything else. Anything just yet. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he is responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. Court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. Yep, that word. Will the prosecution please prepare the witness during this time? We will, Your Honor. Court is now in recess. Phew. February 24th, 11:32 a.m. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? Called for Jake Marshall. Seems you've figured everything out. Huh? I haven't figured anything out. Lana, you're the one who knows everything. Ima. You're the one who... Oh, you always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. I don't recall ever asking for his protection. How can you be so cold? You're like a cactus. Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe, what is it? Comes back. Got a whole lot of nerve, pal, making a detective run all around while on duty. On top of that, you call me here? I've seen happier people at funerals. Sorry, detective. Better be, pal. Hey! Hey! Hey, hey, hey! 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 Didn't I see you there? I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay, so, have you brought what I asked? Oh! I mean this, right? My apologies, Detective. Due to my present circumstances, I was forced to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Never in a million years would I have thought Never in a million years would I have thought it was you who asked me. Did I bother you to bring me the SL9 incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. SL9 incident. Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, Here, you might do well to read them. I can't believe you, the chief prosecutor, were a witness in this case. This guy, a witness? Joe Dark Killings. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with this, with serial murderers. Oh, what? Now that I've brought you your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Ima? Why? Why is your name in here? What? My name's in there? I don't know. Unless... No, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 incident, is that... That's the classification number the police filed it under. Years ago, the rest of the world knew it as... Joe Dark Killings. Joe Dark... No. No, Lana. That's over with. No! She just ran. Ima, wait. Oh, you know what? I just remembered. I gotta be somewhere. Sorry, pal, but I'm out of here. Decent chicken grease. Big Marshall, Angel Star, Damon, Gant, Miles Edgeworth. Not to mention Lana and Ima. Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. This can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you, you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. I'm gonna take a good look at this file. Boy, howdy. Are you happy, chat? Are you satisfied? Yes. Boy, howdy. Things just keep getting spicier and spicier. Oh my goodness, only took you 45 minutes. Yeah, that's fair. I feel like the trials for this one aren't as long. And I feel like the pieces are a little bit easier to find. And maybe that's just me. I don't want to listen to the Blue Badger theme. I don't want to listen to it. But thank you so very much, everyone, for chatting with me and hanging out. Nah, I just big brain. Sometimes. Sometimes I'm big brain. But yeah, so according to Seppo, with the completion of that mini chapter, we are officially halfway through this case, so I assume we're going to finish this trial, and then we're probably gonna have another day to investigate, and then a final trial. So we'll see what happens. We have some new documents that we'll have to read through the next time we're here. We got some fun new fancy tools and stuff. I'm curious as to why, like, the duster and the spray were introduced at the very end. I wonder if it was build up for the second game. One more stream, I can finish. I have second half of the trial, one more investigation. A 3-part trial! Oh my gosh. We'll see, because that seems like a lot. Like, today's stream was almost 4 hours. So, I'll have to see if all of that stuff, with all of that stuff, how long it might actually take. And hopefully I'm not the big dumb that day. So we shall see. Maybe Sunday or Monday? We'll see. I'll figure it out. But thank you so much for joining me, everyone, today. I really appreciate you all being here. I hope you have a wonderful day, evening, or night, wherever you are, and I will catch you guys in the next stream. Peace and chicken grease.